Welcome to Learning Equinox. When you go out with your business idea, you should have a fair knowledge about how you're going to position your product or idea into the market. The first thing that you need to do with your idea is define it in clear terms. What do I mean by this? Understand what will be your target audience. In our first video on this topic, we discussed the 5 key things to be kept in mind for your idea to be a startup, one of which was the market size. We referred to a size which was large enough to have a scalable business. Smaller markets will leave you with fewer customers, and larger markets will yield more customers. But you cannot have consumers all across the place. You need to categorize the need for the set of consumers you want to reach out to. This will determine another factor called price. Price is equally significant for you to stay in business. A combination of price and market consumers will set out to determine what strategy you should apply in your business. We all have heard about the Porter's 5 Force theory of competitive positioning. In this, he talks about the various threats that will always be available in your surroundings. Buyers. Buyers will always look for lowering the prices. Here he talks about the power of the customers to drive down prices. The next is suppliers. Suppliers will always increase the price. The power of suppliers to drive up the prices is what he talks about. This will increase your input cost. There will always be new entrants. The power of competitors to enter into the market is always there. Substitutes. There will be always substitutes for your product. So, consumers will always have purchasing alternatives available. There will always be existing rivals in the market. Rivalry amongst the existing competitors is fatal in all markets. And this gives you the power of competitors to come into the market and have competition with your product and service. So you need to keep in mind that all of these 5 will somewhere impact your product sales. So whatever strategy you want to apply, you need to decide in the initial stage itself before you take your product out in the market. Now let us understand the different strategies by which you can position your product in the market. For this, you should be very clear about your customer segment. Whatever be your USP, the target audience that you are to reach out should be clear. This is a combination of product quality and the pricing strategy. You can either create value for money or an expensive niche for your product. You can sell cheap products or quality products or extremely pricey products. Let us understand what determines your pricing strategy. Before we start, if you've been enjoying our videos on entrepreneurship and startups every Monday and not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel to stay tuned to our videos every Monday. Like the video if you find it interesting, share it with your friends and family if you find it useful. Now coming to today's topic. So to determine the combination between what market strategy to adopt, you need to plot on the x-axis the quality and y-axis the price. So your x-axis is having the quality of the product and on y-axis you're comparing the price of the product. First, let us talk about good quality and low price. Here, you're giving value for money. You're looking for low margins but targeting the masses. There are no frills attached to these kind of products. The margin here are wafer thin. The objective of you and your product here is to reach out to the masses at a reasonable cost. This will help you gain a large market share quickly. It is also called as a market penetration strategy because you are penetrating into the market with your product which brands itself for a certain quality. However, there will always be large competitors and product substitutes easily available. Your break-even is low and it comes only after creating a long-term brand loyalty. Brands like Bata, Relaxo, Maruti Suzuki are an every household brand today. They are reasonably priced and are durable and comfortable. They have specific products for a different set of customers too, which fall in a premium category. But the key product lies in this category. They do have competitors coming in at different levels, but they still sustain the market share simply because they have built over a period of time by sustaining on quality products. Now let's talk of the next category, that is low quality and low price. This is a case of economic pricing. Here, you want your product to reach out to the market, so you sell cheap. You cut down on your costs too to cover the break-even. This compromises on the quality of your product. You can use this strategy for products which are generally having a short shelf life and are seasonal in nature. They come and go easily. For example, cheap toys, fancy lights during Diwali. These are products which are rotational with seasons or festivals and do not have a very long shelf life. Target market for these products are those who cannot afford expensive quality stuff or who just want to make it use for one time. The market here is very dynamic and the product is ever changing. This cannot be a long-term business strategy for your product if you are to build a brand for yourself. The third is low quality and high price. This is an opportunistic market, overly priced cheap goods. Here you are actually skimming the market by creating a demand in a scarce situation, capitalizing on low supply. This will work only for a small time. Your margins will be high, but sooner or later you will lose on customer because they are looking for quality. Also, gradually you will have to reduce the price if the scarce situation disappears. These can work in cases of emergencies, that is when the customer is in need. Such situations could be at a food joint on a highway, tourist spots. These are places where this strategy can work since the customer is a one-time customer and he is rotational in nature. Again, once the tourist spot starts becoming popular and starts getting more and more visitors, you will also see more sellers of the same product as you, and definitely you will have to come down on the prices to beat the competition. The last one is high quality and high price. This is where you're creating a premium niche. Here your customers are spoilt for quality and only go by the brand name. The product is positioned in a manner that the customer goes by the name of the brand. The quality is also very high, but again, premiumly priced. It's not for the masses but only for the niche customers. This strategy believes in few customers with high price margins. These are brands like Gucci, Nike, Apple, Audi, etc. So know your product positioning in the market and where you want to enter in which quadrant. Accordingly decide the marketing strategy. Moving from one quadrant to another is not easy since there are competitors everywhere and they do not encourage new entrants. So if you want to move, say, from a low price high quality to a high price high quality, you will have to position your product accordingly and create a separate brand strategy for that market. Your brand positioning will be the guiding factor to determine which market you wish to enter. This will help you decide the cost of production, the production cycle, and the shelf life. So study your market and consumers first before you invest in any cost for marketing the same. Reaching out to the right consumers will only make your business get returns. Where does your idea stand? How have you decided to position your product into the market? Do let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you've liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with others. In the coming videos every Monday, we shall be talking more about business strategy, how to scale up your business. We shall also be discussing business registrations, building ethical teams, and a lot more. So subscribe to our channel for more on this topic every Mondays and stay tuned. Thank you.